coming into fall camp different for you this season after, making a huge stride last year?
Confidence for me is the biggest thing. It's one thing to do it in practice, scrimmages, this, that, and the third, but to go and put it on tape and do it in games, just to come back, the belief in yourself, the belief from your teammates, it's a big difference.
I think these last couple of years, you were kind of just seen as a deep threat a little bit. This offseason, have you kind of tried to hone in on your route tree and become, an all-around wide receiver?
Absolutely, starting with releases, just at the line of scrimmage, and then building up the short routes, and then moving on to a little bit intermediate, deeper, everything in between, we rep it all.
You and Stephon, both, the experienced guys, what's that bring to the wide receiver room?
Just the belief in us, the trust in us as older guys to know that we're not going to steer them in the wrong direction. Me and him know each other extremely well. He's like my brother now, so just talking the same language and having the same thoughts on a lot of stuff.
How different is playing the different receiver positions? Caples was used a lot last year at the slot. Is it easy to go back and forth? What's different about the two spots?
Yeah, they definitely have different elements. What I always try to do is work as many as we can, and our coaches do a great job of getting us all reps to work inside, outside, intermediate, anywhere we got to go, condensed spread, whatever, just so we can get reps, So, it's fun. I love it. It's a different element, a different style of game, but we all get reps at that for sure.
What's the biggest difference being either on the line, being in the backfield in motion, or in the slot?
Space. When you're out there at wide out, you're limited space. You got to be really technical. When you're inside, you have more room, more field to work your craft and do a bunch of different things.
Watching Taylor's improvement from the end of last season to the beginning of this season, what do you think the biggest thing he's changed has been?
His experience, just how comfortable he is being a leader, growing. He's matured so much, and I'm super proud of him. So just seeing how he's really embraced that role and becoming the guy we know he can be.
What was it like losing Latrell? I'm sure you guys are really good friends, and you guys probably had to have a moment there where you talked about it and him out for the season to have this thing taken away. Like, how did that work out with you guys? What did you guys say to him?
Our biggest thing here is adjustment. We're always ready to adapt. Adversity always strikes, and you got to be ready for anything. So, he's a brother. He's still in there with us all the time, 24/7, still film sessions, everything, picking his brain. He's an intelligent player, talented player. We love Trey. He's always out there hyping us up and telling us what he sees. I tell him that, how am I looking, critique me. So, it's a loss on the field, but not anywhere else. He's still our brother. We love him to death.
How much do you enjoy the month of August? This is quite the beginning to a pretty grueling stretch for you guys. But what do you think about the month of August, Billy?
Just gratitude. I love being out here in Boise, coming from California. It's so different than what I'm used to, but just spending time with the guys, getting outdoors. When I tell my family on the river, they're like, "You're on a river? Like, what? We've never done that." And when did you start doing things like that? So it's just so much fun. I love August, July, the grind, just knowing that, once this time hits, it's time to roll.
What's it like to be out, with all that in mind, what's it like to be out in the practice field? You guys don't have pads on yet or anything like that, but what's it like to get out there? And I'm assuming you look at some of the young guys and they're probably a little more excited than
Oh, yeah. We're just having fun. The young guys always bring a new little spark, and I just love being out there with them, seeing them. They're always asking me, "Bill, like, what's this or that? How was your first time?" And just giving them knowledge, kicking them game as much as I can, just being around here with them. It's so fun seeing them. It takes me back, so I love it.
What did you want to work on most in the offseason to improve your game?
Absolutely. Just changing direction, being explosive in and out of breaks. Those are key points as a elite receiver that you always want to build. So, just doing things like that, spending time doing that, critiquing myself, watching myself, learning my own skills and my own body to become better.
What have you seen from Eric McAllister coming into this season? What has he improved on since last year?
That experience aspect as well, and that builds to the confidence. When you get experience and you get playing time and then your brothers can talk to you and you can believe in yourself, it just grows and helps everyone as a whole.
You obviously don't play on the same side of the ball, but what sort of inspiration does Markel Reed serve as for you guys, knowing that he's come back from so many injuries?
Just seeing him every day. He's so devoted. He's so dedicated. He's always spending overtime, after hours, every chance he gets. It's my locker buddy too, so we're always talking. We're always playing music together, having a laugh. Always keeping each other in high spirits, and he always puts a smile on my face. I love that man for sure.
I don't think anyone was sure what to expect of Prince after a year of gray shirting, and then he shows up and the guy looks like he's 25 years old. What have been your impressions so far? And it seems like he's kind of getting, adapted to things fairly quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. He's always trying to work. his work ethic, his mentality. You know, anytime we're trying to do something, he's, hey, can I come along? Hey, can I come see what you guys are talking about? Hey, can I be there? You know, I love his work ethic and his mentality. You know, he's super talented, and he's going to maximize his potential for sure.
Kind of simple question. Why'd you come back?
Unfinished business. I love it here. It wasn't really that hard of a decision. So, you know, we had great people around here, great talks with the upstairs and downstairs with the players. So, I mean, just coming back here to just go handle what we know we can do.
Do you feel like we've seen the best Billy Bowens yet?
Not yet, but I know you will. I'm excited.
What, in your mind, kind of like, what might that look like?
Shoot, a movie clip, highlights, just having fun, explosion, just being out there, making plays for the guys and doing everything I can for Bronco Nation.
Is that how you feel? I mean, when you got here, I mean, you guys had like the alpha dog receiver. Even when you were playing with Shaq, it's like he was always getting the first look. And then last year, it went more to like a committee type of thing. This year, I mean, is that your plan, Billy? You want to kind of be that 1A alpha dog, Khalil Shakir, John Hightower role of this offense?
Yeah, I mean, we're super talented. We got guys all around, and we want to have a system. We want to have an offense that's just rocking. You know, I want to do my role and my part whenever the ball is thrown to me or whenever my number's called, just make my play, and we'll go from there.
You know, you look at, have you won a Mountain West championship here, Billy?
Yes, I have.
Was it your true freshman?
2019, we played Hawaii here.
Okay.
So I want to say red shirt freshman year.
I mean, does it feel like it's been a while, I guess?
Yeah, it has. We've been close, super close many times. You know, we just want to complete the task. You know, we don't want to come up short. We just want to do everything we can to make sure we accomplish that goal.
In your mind, with all the experience you have, you said like it comes down to just not a lot. Like what are the difference makers that might be able to push you just that extra, whatever it is, to win?
Just execution. You know, when we're right there, we got to finish. That's what we preach. That's one of our mottos here at this university. It's just finish, finish, finish. And we get so close, so we just want to make sure we finish, execute, and believe in each other, and we can do it.
You know, Andy was talking a little bit about player accountability. As a sixth-year senior, how do you play into that?
Yeah, just being an older guy. I know the younger guys look up to me, not just on offense and as a team. You know, you got guys that come in, when we're going against DBs, younger guys, I'm telling them what they can do to get better. You know, they're taking that advice on special teams, helping those guys grow, you know, competing, challenging them, showing them the standard, how it's supposed to look, you know, and keeping that culture rolling. So, I mean, I feel like that's my role, and, you know, whether it's on the field or off the field, showing them how to be a good person, how to stay away from bad things, and make sure that we win on and off the field at all times. And, I mean, that'll just grow our team, and we'll be able to accomplish our mission.
What have you seen out of the DBs this year?
I've seen a lot of fire, a lot of talent. They're playing really well together, a lot of communication, a lot of trust in each other. They're giving, you know, me a run for my money every day, and I love that. You know, like as we preach, as we say, iron sharpens iron. So, you know, we talk to each other before every practice. Let's go get it today. You know, I need you today. You know, I want you to make me better, and I'm gonna do the same for you. I need your everything, and that's just what we do for each other. You know, it's all love. You know, we go at each other's throats, but once we get off the field, we're talking. You know, hey, why'd you do this? Why'd I do that? How did that help you? Just so we can become better as a unit.
Everybody keeps saying how close this team is. Riley was saying it's the closest team he's been a part of. I don't know if you feel that way, but what are the ingredients? Why is this team so close and everybody like each other this much?
I feel like we got a lot of glue guys, a lot of guys that, like, you know, we call it crossbreeding, as we talked about. Just, you got guys from different aspects, different walks of life, and you have guys that know how to gel people together. You know how to relate to other people. You know, that was a big thing that I learned as coming here, is how to get out of your comfort zone and go relate to someone else, get on someone else's level. And I feel like, you know, as a leadership group, as the older guys, that's what we all do, because that's what we've been taught from our older guys and our older staff. So just keeping that going, I feel like it goes a long way. And those relationships are what built the team to become better.
What do you think about the way that Taylor's appearance this year? I mean, he seems more comfortable, like when we talked to him yesterday, but he looks physically put together out there too.
Oh yeah, he's been working his tail off. You know, I mean, he's super devoted. Anything he wants, I'm always there for him because of his work ethic. We're always pushing each other. If I ever need anything, hey, Taylor, can we go out there and get these looks? Can we go out there and get these reps? In the weight room, he's one of those guys, come hype me up, let's go, getting everybody around the rack, and I'm right behind him, you know, let's go, 10, let's go. So, I mean, just his mentality, you know, he wants to grow, he wants to be better every way he can, and, you know, we love that from him, so.
I know Bush was saying, you know, they worked on some mechanics and stuff like that. Have you noticed any he throwing the ball any different or anything like that in your eyes?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like we had a good connection last season, and that was just on the rip. You know, we didn't have an off season to work. So, I mean, with this off season under our belt and, you know, this camp coming and getting all these reps, I love it, and I'm feeling a lot more confident in him. He's feeling a lot more confident in us, and he's spinning the ball for sure.
You guys have two of the best running backs in the Mountain West. With Latrell's injury and stuff, what could they do as pass catchers in this offense?
I mean, they're super talented. They're always out there getting reps. When we're doing routes on air, they're catching. I've seen some one-handed catches from those guys. You know, they're super talented. They know that they have to do everything they can to maximize their potential and to be the best backs they can. They're always competing. They're pushing us to be better. So, I mean, and once again, they're with us when we're doing those throwing sessions and everything. So, you know, those guys, they're very talented and they have a lot of skills.